What is up, everybody? Ninja Nick here of 420 Gamer TV, bringing you a wish list for Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Strikers. Now, we all know that it's supposed to be released later this year, and there has been talk that there is going to be another open beta here soon, sometime before they actually give us a release date. So the same time that they give us a release date, I believe they're gonna give us the same a couple days before that to actually test out the game to see how it is. Because there's been talk ever since they dropped a little bit of news about Mitsuki or whatever, one of the new, or not new, but one of Boruto's team members, along with Sarada. But anyways, with this wish list is a lot of stuff I want to see between jutsus and other kind of things that are actually in the world of Naruto. So it would be really awesome to actually be able to see all this implemented and brought into the actual game. Because with the beta, of course, they're not going to show us everything. So please don't sit there and shit talk the beta just because they don't give us everything. I mean, be realistic, guys. Are they going to give us everything all at one go? No, they're not. But anyways, the things I want to see in Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Strikers. Now, I'm not going to continue to add into Naruto to Boruto for the rest of this, okay? But anyways, I would like to see some summoning jutsus, right? Like, to be able to summon, like, a frog, a snake, a slug. But, I mean, what if you're able to summon that same Monkey King-like guy that the third Hokage was able to summon? Or what if you were able to summon a giant dog or something like that? And or, right, being able to have transformations, being able to summon in people or maybe weapons, you know what I mean? Just like Tenten, how she has her ninja tools, like her wide variety of ninja tools that, you know, she summons in, you know, with her scrolls. And or, you know, maybe specific kind of like helpers to come in, you know what I mean? Now, with the summoning jutsu, now I think the way they should do it is they should either act as if it's gonna be like an ultimate, mainly because the fact of the matter is that you're summoning in another being slash creature that's gonna be fighting alongside with you. That will be, you know, either shooting out its own style of jutsu and or under your own control for you to actually use. Meaning like when Naruto summons the frog, he jumps on top of the frog's head. Same thing. You know what I mean? And then you have like maybe certain kind of attacks that you're able to implement, much like how, you know, in some of the old Naruto games, you were able to go into a tailed beast form, which I also actually kind of hope they add in. I hope they add in transformations also into this game. I would love to be able to either have a curse mark, a tailed beast form, because I mean they added Sage mode for NPC characters, so I mean it'd be pretty awesome if they actually implemented a Sage mode for our created characters. And being able to add our own shaders to it. So like instead of having like with Naruto's Sage mode seemed like he was on fire or something, and Mitsuki's is like all like this mystic green color. You know what I mean? It'd be pretty awesome if they actually changed that kind of stuff up. I would love for them to actually do that, to make it to where people can actually customize not only, you know, their color, their skin, their hair, their eyes, and everything else, but also their auras and stuff. Especially when it comes to, like, you know, if you have a curse mark. Because, like, if you want a curse mark, it'd make a lot of sense to go to Orochimaru and do specific missions and gain his favor by training with him or whatever, and then he bestows, you know, a curse mark on you. And, of course, it's going to be one of the ones that are in the show, and you get to choose from it, and from there, after you choose it, you get to maybe choose the curse mark color, such as not like the tattoo color. Of course, it's probably going to be black, but what I mean is, like, after you transform, like, usually the skin color, like, if you haven't noticed, all of them had, like, a unique kind of skin color to them. Sasuke and all the other sound ninjas who actually had a curse mark were all different. Same thing. Now, I would like to see also with the tailed beasts also the same thing. Instead of, you know, like if you have if someone has, you know, Son, the four-tailed, you know, gorilla, instead of it being red, what if you want him to be like blue or green or, you know, purple or whatever, you know what I mean? It'd be awesome if you can actually have that. And they can't say they couldn't do it, because they prove that the fact of the matter is that, you know, you can take small chakra portions from a tailed beast and give it to another being, and it makes them just as powerful or just like a Jinchuriki. Gives them a smaller version of fucking of the tailed beast. Minato and fucking Naruto are the prime example of that, considering Minato actually had another form of the nine-tailed beast inside of him. Not only Minato, with multiple tailed beast kind of like beings in the world of Shinobi Strikers. So they can't say they couldn't do it. I just proved that they could. It's pretty fucking easy. But like, at the same time, for it to work, I think that if they were going to add a Sage mode, Tailed Beast mode, or, you know, a Curse Mark mode, you know, and this is like a transformation, it has to be an Ultimate Jutsu. You know what I mean? So it's taking up that Ultimate Jutsu slot. But at the same time, when you transform, I still think that you should get a whole nother row of things to choose from. So like when you go into that Ultimate Transformation, right? Or that Sage mode, or whatever, you should be able to change up your other order. So you should have a whole nother order slot, such as a whole new set of jutsus that you'll use now that you're in your Sage mode, or your Curse Mark form, or your Tailed Beast form, right? And from there, you should be able to customize it even more. I mean, I'm a huge customizing person, and I think it'd be pretty fucking awesome. You know what I mean? Now, I would like to be able to see characters with more than one Kekkei Genkai. Being able to have, like, one main, you know, that's like your main, and then you have another one that takes up, you know, a jutsu slot. You know what I mean? Not like, you know, okay, you have two Kekkei Genkai, like, let's say you make one, your main, such as, like, Sharingan. Okay, Sharingan's your main, so that doesn't take up any jutsu slots. It's just, something that can be activated. But now, if you want to have, like, the, Sharingan along with the, you know, I don't know, the Byakugan, or the Renegon, or whatever, that would have to take up a jutsu slot, and, you know, whenever you activate it, there you go. And you can activate it at the same time you activate your other Kekkei Genkai to double up the Kekkei Genkai. I think that, with them doing it that way, would work, and I think it would be awesome. Now, one thing also I would love for them to do is, like, Kiba and his clan didn't really get that much play in the show. You know, the people who actually had the partner dogs that went along with the ninja dogs, and there's other people who had ninja animals too, like cats and a few other creatures as well. So, I mean, being able to actually have a partner animal that rolls around with you, much like how a puppet master has their puppets, would be pretty sick, considering, you know, you'd be able to, you know, derive and make up techniques with that animal as your partner and everything else. And I think it'd just be badass to be able to sit there and have, like, you know, a dog chilling right there next to you while you're going into battle and shit, and, you know, you're doing your shit. I honestly think it'd be badass. I do. But, you know, being able to color everything and whatnot would be really sick. Now, also, when it comes to, like, certain other kind of characters, like, you know, if you're an Uchiha, right? And Uchiha, they each have their own style of Susanoo. And it's been proven by the show that each person's Susanoo is not only physically different, meaning, like, the Susanoo will use a different style of weapon, but their color is significantly different as well. There's been a green one, there's been blue, there's been purple, there's been red. So, I mean, the fact of the matter is, if you're going to be an Uchiha, right, and if one of your, like, if your Sharingan evolves and you end up getting the Mangekyo, and then from your Mangekyo you end up gaining the Susanoo, well then, And this is all leveling up and progressing through the story and levels and whatnot. This is like, you know, towards max level. You know what I mean? Much like how in Xenoverse they had Super Saiyan 3 and all that other kind of shit after you reach a specific level. Same thing. Now, I think you should be able to customize your Susanoo's weapon, whether it, what kind of weapon you would like use, a sword, like maybe it'd be like, Kakashi's and it'd use, kunai and all that other kind of stuff, or whatever, and be able to choose the color of it. You know what I mean? Being able to choose your Susanoo color, much like how being able to choose your tailed beast color. I mean, how cool would it be to be able to have like the fucking that giant cat, or the nine-tailed fox, or any one of the other ones that like people would want, and you know, be able to implement that in. Could you imagine, you know, two people going at it? Now this would be like a 1v1 fight. Okay, this would have to be like a 1v1 fight. But could you imagine two people who went like Susanoo style and then tailed beast form and were just going at it with a giant fight? That'd be sick. You know, that's kind of where I'm getting at. Because I mean, if they allow that, that means for some 1v1s you can add in the availability to do giant battles with, like, you know, actual summonings of summoning giant creatures, and you and your opponent, that's how you're fighting. That'd be last and not least, actually I would like to see is being able to create more than one character. Okay, I get the fact that you can create one character and you can make multiple different presets and slots and loadouts and everything for that one character, but I would like to actually have a whole slew of different characters, one for at least every village. Now I'm not gonna make one for every village, but me meaning like I would like to at least have 5 to 6 characters that I can create, and at least make it to where, you know, I have one from at least all the villages I want to create one for, because I want to do one for the hidden cloud, the hidden sand, hidden leaf, and at least one more. And that leaves like maybe 1 to 2 more after that to just, you know, maybe make something else for, or maybe let someone else make a character on there so they can play. You know what I mean? But being able to create more than one character is definitely something I want. I don't want to be limited to like 1 or 2. I want like 5, 6, 8. I mean, don't make it to where we can make as many as we want. No, but at least, you know, 5 or 6. 5 or 6 would be good. And right now, what we do know is that at least only 5 villages, which is the Hidden Leaf, Hidden Cloud, Hidden Mist, Hidden Sand, and Hidden Rock or whatever. But I would like to actually see the hidden Sound Village actually be there. You know what I mean? Considering the fact that if you want anything to do with Orochimaru or any of those other kind of people, Hidden Sound has to be a part of the game. So I'm kind of hoping that the Hidden Sound is going to be a part of the game. It's just maybe not particularly like a village that you'll be able to just straight out create a character from. Maybe you'd have to play through the story mode, beat the story mode, and then they go, oh hey, you know what, guess what? Now that you beat it, now hey, you can make a Sound Ninja. Or hey, here's the slot, here's the chance to make a Sound Ninja. I would totally make a Sound Ninja. I would. Just because. But, I mean, lots of this stuff I'm pretty sure other fans would love to see when it comes to Naruto, because, I mean, to true Naruto fashion, if you want it to be a pristine to on par RPG style Naruto game that allows you to customize and create your own style of Shinobi, then they have to add in lots of these techniques. They have to add in lots of these fighting styles and everything else, because then it's not going to really feel like Naruto all that much. You know what I mean? Now, yes, they're going to be limited on what they can do, what they can release, and everything else, but still, the fact of the matter is, there's going to be quite a bit that they can do that I hope they really do. So, anyways, I hope everyone enjoyed it. I hope everyone has a great day, great night, great evening, all that great stuff. Catch me for my next one. Later, guys.